The big game is fast approaching, but wait, you still haven't got your tickets. You've spent hours searching, but you're still confused about ticket prices. Time to stop searching. Visit ticketcompare.com. We compare ticket prices for all the popular leagues and tournaments for you. We work only with the most trustworthy sites, so you can have peace of mind when buying your tickets. Compare prices, buy tickets, get to the game. Ticketcompare.com. Buying tickets made simple.
Afternoon.
Rafa, you could relegate West Brom this weekend. For that reason, and given their recent improvement under Darren Moore, could this be a more difficult game than perhaps the league table would suggest?
I will tell you that he's doing a great job, first of all, and we don't relegate anyone. So when you talk about the league, so it depends on the points that you have. So if we have to do our jobs, try to get 3 points, and I'm sure they will try to do the same. But it's just the situation that is like this. We will try to do what we have to do, and they will try to do the same.
You've been on a fantastic run, but did the performance on Monday highlight that there is still work to be done and that investment will be needed in your squad?
Yeah, obviously, because we're doing so well, people were expecting that we can go to play against Everton with the money that they spend and beat them easily. So I said before that it was not like that. It could be a tough game. It was a tough game, a difficult game. They have one chance, they score, and that's it, and they won. But at the same time, as you say, means that still we have to improve and we have to keep working in the same way that we did during the year on the pitch, and also in the right way off the pitch.
Have you spoken to Mike Ashley or Lee Charnley this week to discuss the future, the plan for next season?
It's an opportunity for me to say that, because after, I think that a lot of people, they will ask me the same questions. We have had conversations, and we will have conversations next week. So my representatives are talking with Lee Charnley, and that's it. But I will not say anything else about that, because I want to concentrate on football and the game.
Were the conversations about your future specifically, or about generally?
Yeah, no, about everything. But that is part of the conversation next week. And obviously, what I say is, I'm telling you now, because obviously everybody, or a lot of people, they want to know. But I will not talk too much about that, because it's like this. We will have another meeting, and we will see how it's going on.
Do you want things resolved quickly, though?
Yeah, I think that it's good for everybody.
In terms of your team selection, it's been very, very consistent over the course of the last few weeks. Might this be an opportunity this week to give one or two of the fringe players an opportunity?
Yeah, I think it's important to understand that we were in a good run, winning a lot of games in a row, and we could change players because we were safe, and maybe we can do the same now. But at the same time, I would like to continue being consistent. So I would like to see the team playing well and winning. So you will see tomorrow. Maybe we'll change someone, maybe not. But it's not an issue for this game. And what I told some players that they will play. The next games, they will play. So I want to give a chance to everybody. But at the same time, I want to put a strong team on the pitch. Player that has not been playing for maybe 1 month. It's not easy to put too many on the pitch at the same time. So I try to find the balance, and after this game, everybody will have more chances if it's necessary.
We understand Steven Gerrard is a contender for the Rangers job. You may have seen that. Knowing him as you do you think that will be a good fit for him and for Rangers?
If you are asking me if he's a player, in this case a manager, that he knows the game, yes, I think he has had a lot of managers and he has learned a lot from them at maximum level. So I think he has the potential to be a great manager. Obviously, he was a fantastic player, but as a manager, I think he has the potential. It's just a question of see how he deals with the pressure, with the characters and all these things. But I think that he will do well.
Final one from me. Andres Iniesta has announced this lunchtime that he'll be leaving Barcelona at the end of the season.
Has he said to which team he will go or not?
Newcastle?
That could be fine. We can prepare something for him right now.
And in terms of what he's done in La Liga, your sort of thoughts on him as a player?
Yeah, in La Liga with Spain, so I think Barcelona were really lucky to have players like Messi, Xavi, Busquets, Iniesta, Piqué, all these players together at the same time. And he was one of the key players, no, of this group of players, and also going with Spain. So you could see him on the ball, and it was a pleasure. So I think he's a great player. He's a nice person, and hopefully he will do well whatever he goes. I think he will go. They say that he will go to China, but maybe he would like to come here. Cheers.
Hi, Rafa. Just a quick one on Monday night. How much was that a warning sign to the players that this season is not over yet? That yes, Newcastle may be safe in the Premier League, but there's still some work to be done this season, do you think?
Yeah, more a warning. I would say that is the reality. So we are a team that we are where we are because we were working really hard. We worked hard the other day. We were not good enough in the final third, but still it's what we have to do is keep working compact, organized, and then some games like we have done during the league, we have won because we have one chance, two chances, and we take our chances, and we were defending well. But talking today with people about the stats, our stats, we were one of the best teams of the top 10 in terms of shots. So that means that we were attacking, and we were one of the best teams defending because we were not conceding too many goals. So we had a good balance, and that is the key for me. Some people think that you can win the league scoring a lot of goals. Some people will say that you can win the league conceding less goals than the others. But when you have a good balance, normally you will win something. So then you can see Manchester City, that is an obvious example of that. But for us, in the middle of the table, we had chances, we were scoring some goals more than teams at the bottom of the table, and we were conceding less goals. So I think that is the key for us and has to be the key until the end of the season if we want to be solid and have chances to win games.
And on the players' mentality itself, the target was to reach 40 points, of course. Now you set new targets, but how do you as manager ensure that the players don't switch off, that they refocus on new targets now?
I was trying to do that, but it's not easy. And if you have a couple of good days, sunny days, it's even more difficult. And I think they realize that we have to keep going. And maybe one of the good things that we can do is to start changing players, give an opportunity to other players that maybe they have to prove something. So I need to find this balance for the next games and try to be competitive as we have been during the whole season.
Like I said, the target was originally 40 points. What's the new target? Is that top 8 now, do you think?
No, it's just one game at a time. So we know that winning one game, we can be there in the top 10. But because we have more chances to keep winning, we will try to keep winning. So the idea during the season has been one game at a time, and it's what we have to do now.
In the next game, of course, West Brom. A big game for West Brom, but a big game for one of the Newcastle players, Jamal Lascelles, of course, 100 club appearances for Newcastle now. What does that say about him and his longevity at such a young age too for Newcastle? Yeah,
that's the main thing. He's quite young to play so many games, and hopefully he can be here for 500 or even more. That means that he's someone has been like a leader on the pitch, off the pitch. For a young player, young captain, I think he's still learning, but he has all the attributes to be even better. I say on the pitch and off the pitch.
It's been relatively rare that, in recent seasons, Newcastle in the Premier League particularly, been able to string a run of wins at St James's Park together. This could be a 5th consecutive home win tomorrow.
Don't say that, because we were talking about this and we lost against Everton, so that's good.
But we're talking about home, not necessarily the away.
Yeah, but we were talking about the run and then we lost, so forget about that. If we win after the game you asked me in the press conference.
We won't jinx it then. Darren Moore, he's obviously caretaker manager at West Brom at the minute. They're on a pretty decent run of form despite the league position right now. They're still going to offer threats tomorrow, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're doing well, and to be fair, preparing the game, watching the games that they played before, the clips that we have for the players, they're doing well. They are dangerous, and it seems that they are playing with confidence. They say, or some people are saying that maybe it's a little bit late. Could be, but still they are dangerous, and I know that this game will be massive for them too.
Of course, just focusing on England for the World Cup, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, of course, possibly ruled out of the World Cup with a knee injury. Could this open the door for John Joe Shelby, do you think, based on his current form?
To be fair, I don't know, because there are too many good players in England, so it depends on the manager. I said before that John Joe could be there, Lascelles could be there, so for me it will be fine, because it will be like a prize for everything that they have done, but it depends on the money.
Just a final one for me. You've talked about ambition this week and hoping that the club can match your ambition. What is your ambition, do you think, for not necessarily even just next season, but for the future for Newcastle United? What is it that you want to match?
Have you played football?
I have badly.
Which position?
Striker, unfortunately.
So you have ability, because you are asking the same question in another way, so that's fine. No, what I would say is that I don't want to talk about my ambitions because it's linked with the contract and all these things. So my answer, was that we have to talk, and that's it. I think the ambitions of the club are the ambitions of the fans, and we know that we have a massive city behind. So we will try. Always, you have to try to do your best with this massive club. But I will not talk about that because if not, it's linked with the other question.
Thanks, Rafa.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good review.